everybody, and welcome back to Indianapolis. Your Colts went 11-6 in the regular season, then lost in the playoffs against the future Super Bowl champion Ravens, who decimated the Eagles 17-42. Overall, it was a good season. A lot of good stuff was happening, right? But we're into the off season now, so we're first of all, we're gonna check retirements are Jamal Williams, Camus Graje-Hill, and our long snapper. So we lose out on some not key pieces, but you know, some backups. Some Jamal Williams was there for a minute and a half. We have mock draft 4. Now this will be with the actual teams in their correct positions. We'll finally be able to have like an actual solid take on where we think people are going. We're going to be keeping an eye on the 6 quarterbacks, by the way, so let's keep an eye out for that. Left tackle to the Dolphins. Panthers get a running back. That's just crazy to me that the running back is going that high. First quarterback drafted 5th overall by the Saints is Drew Dawson, which he is also my number 1 quarterback. I think he's going to be just an absolute star. So him going down to New Orleans is, I mean, that's fine. Pemberton to the Steelers, he's going to be pretty good too. Knowles to the Browns. So these are the 3 teams that we thought were going to be taking quarterbacks in the last mock draft, right? Devin Banks to the Rams. This is the second mock in a row where Devin Banks goes to the Rams at 13. Kind of wild. I like Bowie a lot. That's not a quarterback though, as we're going to be able to take a look at what our actual draft pick. We're picking number 23, and they have us taking Hugh Robertson again. Not true. I would rather take Eric Madden over Hugh Robertson, but the idea that they have us taking a quarterback means that only Madden will be left, and it looks like Madden will slip out of the first round. So I've got a plan. Maybe the first overall pick in the second round for Eric Madden, right? Like we address another need with 23. And then we grab Madden in the second round. That's very risky. If Eric Madden is the future of the franchise, we gotta make a decision. Like we gotta grab him. And it's not a great idea to let him slip, but we'll see what happens as we progress to stage 1 of the offseason. Free agent signings, but let's take a look at our team. Let's see what positions we need to target. Anthony Richardson is our current top rated quarterback, but he will be traded. I will probably look for free agent quarterback to bring in. I like Daniel Jones enough, so we'll see if he's cheap. Riley Leonard just didn't show me enough to be, you know, a comfortable backup. I mean, 86 speed's pretty good. 6'4", big kid. Richardson is going to be traded. Backup running back is fine. We signed Dwayne McBride to our practice squad, but Giddens is a very good backup running back. Jonathan Taylor, obviously elite. We do need a fullback, so I'll put that on my list. Michael Pittman Jr. is in the last year of his deal, and we could save $24 million by dumping him, right? So, and he had just an abysmal year. Man, I don't want to do that, but it might have to happen. Adonai Mitchell, Ashton Doolin, Treadwell's still hanging on, so that's cool. But yeah, we could dump a lot of money, and Pittman's good. People would pay for him. We would just need a replacement, so We'll see if anybody shows up in free agency. Tight end, we do need a backup. Mo Alley Cox is gone now, so let's keep an eye out for a backup tight end. Offensive line, I mean, I think the right tackle is the only position that we are desperate for. Only Blake here, so yeah, we'll take a look at right tackle. In the draft, there's no offensive lineman that I'm like remotely interested in, right? Edge looks good there, so we don't even have to touch it. Same with defensive tackle, even though these guys are old. We might address it in the draft, although Adebawore is young, so, you know, we'll see what happens. Jacob Phillips, Zaire Franklin, and Jalen Carlisle's are fine. I might, if there's a good backer out there, I might try to gobble one up. Troy Anderson as a backup is pretty sweet. Kenny Moore and Charvarius Ward are elite. They're in their 30s now, but they're both very, very good. And then we have a bunch of 70 overalls, right? And so, like, another place where we can start trading people. Like, Juju Brents, he's fine. 88 speed, but, like, he's 26. Mekhi Blackman's 27. I don't know, man. Like, we could probably make some... Justin Wally's not going anywhere, but yeah, these bottom 4 guys might be on the move. Nick Cross playing up to an 86 is quite nice. Bynum, Scott. So yeah, that's that. Schrader, Sanchez, and then a long snapper, but we can probably find one of those after the draft. Wait, Trent Brown at 33 is interesting. All right, first up, quarterbacks. Not interested in Russ. Ooh, Minshew is fun. It's a fun idea, right? Let's go down to Jones. He is interested. Let's give him no money and see if he's still interested. 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. 5.8 mil. That's the that's nothing. Let's see how interested he is to come in and play for that. Anybody else looking anything? I don't think so. Bring in Mitch Trubisky. That's a good idea. Wide receivers are like, there's a lot lacking with this wide receiver class. I'm not super impressed with any of them. I think Jalen Tolbert is about as good as it gets, but do I really want to pay him 8 mil a year? He's 27. I could do a 2-year deal. We'll up the money. 2 years, 17 million. He'd step in to take that Pittman place if we do decide to move on from him. I think that's the best. I think that's the best we can do. Find a backup tight end. Ooh, Daniel Bellinger is. I like Bellinger a lot, and he's kind of interested in being here. Greg Dulcich. Okay. Oh, Alec Cox is still floating around, so we're gonna give him. Gonna offer 2 years with like no money and see what Mo has to say about that. We have the money, so let's throw $10 million at Rob Havenstein to. Havenstein? Is it Stain or Stein? But yeah, let's throw 10 mil at him to see if he wants to come play right tackle for us. Same with Jerome Baker. He's older, but I mean, I'd pay a lot for a good like backup linebacker, especially with the injury potential, right? You just never know. All right, those are our 5 signings. We're just gonna skip the entire week here and not go like, you know, whatever. If we get him, we get him. If we don't, we don't. What it is, what it is. Mock Draft 5 is finally out. We'll be taking a look at him a little bit later. Let's skip this week as well. Moving to the final week of free agency signing here. Trent Brown to the Cardinals, Nick Chubb to the Saints, Reader to the Bengals. That's pretty cool. Daniel Jones is not signed yet. We got Jerome Baker and Mo Alley Cox. All right, well, Havenstein goes back to the Rams. And we might be in some trouble here in terms of our I guess Taylor Moton, Caleb McGarry. Let's give McGarry 9 million. That seems like a lot for a not very good player, but I think that's the best shot that we have at an upgrade here, right? Like Christensen, I like Christensen, but yeah, I'm not super impressed. Let's skip this week and take a look at the recap here. See if we did get McGarry and we did get Daniel Jones, so that's cool. Alrighty, quarterback, fullback, tight end, guard, and then just kind of a general cleanup. I like Eric Madden a lot. I think Madden is. I mean, he's got to be the pick. I think he's quite. I think he's going to be awesome. The only receivers I'm really super interested in are very short, right? And I don't really know if we need another short guy. We kind of need an X, but like, I don't know if any of these big guys are gonna make it to us, right? I guess Spencer Ward will take a look at him, I guess, and then down the board, I don't know, man. Cameron Hewitt looks very good still. I'd like him. O-line, listen, there's going to be guards. That's the way Madden 26 works. There's going to be guards. I don't know if we're going to be in position to take any of the really good ones, right? We don't need edge at all. It would be the Buckner boys up front would be kind of fun. But this guy way down the board is going to be the selection, right? 6'5", 350. He's just one of the Madden elites, right? We'll get middle linebacker here. 6'4", 240 is pretty crazy, especially 5'11". I like the 5'11" guy too. I like short. Not a whole lot for linebacker. Ooh boy, there is some okay. There's some actually Hawkins is taken off the board. He's a second to third round pick, so yeah, that's no good. But look at that. Look at Julius Cook looking swell. Looking real swell there. We don't really need another cornerback, though. We actually got to dump some of our cornerbacks for picks. There are 4 first-round safeties that look tall and, I mean, only one big dude, but Wilcox and Fernandez with A awareness is pretty sweet. Sharp with elite speed, same as Bauman. So we'll stick those guys on our list here. Great speed out of this kid, but I can't really say his name. Joey Petrosky. I mean, that's a safety name right there. A white safety, I should say. I'm not too worried about it. McAdoo, that'd be a fun guy to draft. Alrighty. First trade is Anthony Richardson, our second, a fifth, and a fifth next year to move all the way up to the Saints' second round pick. I believe that's the 5th pick overall in the second round. We also get a 6th round pick in a couple years, but that was, man, that was a tough one. Nobody wanted Anthony Richardson. I know that's going to shock you. Literally nobody wanted him. Juju Brents is on the move. We are getting Jay Ward, so our backup safety position is covered. We also get a 3rd rounder this year from the Minnesota Vikings. Another awful trade by Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. Jalen Jones is also on the move, sending him to the Rams for their 3rd and 5th. Listen, I may be taking advantage of the Madden draft trade logic, but also shut up, okay? Hate the game, not the player. The focus scouting, we're going to go Joey Petrosky, Princeton Duggins, and Lance Washington. Those are going to be the 3 focus players, and we're going to skip forward. Princeton Duggins is a 3rd to 4th round talent. Petrosky is a 1st round talent. And then Washington is undrafted. So Petrosky moves up my draft board just a little bit. But you know what? That's going to be that. Let's get into the NFL draft. Here we go, boys. Now, we do think a number of these quarterbacks are going to go off the board early, right? As left tackle goes first. That should be the running back number 2. I think the first quarterback is going to be going to the Saints at 5 will be taking Dawson, right? And I think Drew Dawson is going to be an absolute... No, they take Pemberton. They switch it up, and they take Enrique Pemberton. All of the mocks had them taking Drew Dawson. And at the last second, hey, I lost LAN cable connection. Cool. We're back, boys. And the Saints flip it up. They take Enrique Pemberton. That's a shocking change of direction from the Saints there. I mean, they had us all fooled. As Lions get an edge, and now the Steelers will be taking Dawson. And I wonder, if we go back to the Saints pick, I wonder if they took Enrique Pemberton because they have a big athletic quarterback. So it's like, well, do we want Drew Dawson, who's a pocket passer, and then Pemberton, who's a little bit more athletic? I don't know, just an idea. I wonder if I had anything to do with that. That's kind of the point I'm getting at. As this should be the 3rd quarterback taken, the Browns will be grabbing... I don't think it'll be Devin Banks. Who's the other? No, they take Buckner. Browns do not grab a quarterback. I guess they're going to be situated with who they have. That's interesting. Sebastian Knowles is the 3rd quarterback taken. He goes to the Jets at 9. Number 10 overall is Townsend, defensive tackle. Commanders won't be taking a quarterback. Neither will... Hey, we're out of the top 10, so I don't have to watch the stupid... Chiefs get... Stupid animation. Chiefs get Molden. This should be Banks to... Yep, Devin Banks is selected by the Rams, 13th overall. 4 quarterbacks in the top 13 is kind of crazy. We'll see. Jonathan Hawkins goes to the Cardinals. 16th pick goes... Titans get Luis Francisco, who was a top 5 pick not too long ago. Brown's second selection is a left tackle, so they don't go quarterback at 17. That was kind of my concern, is that the Browns were going to grab One of the two quarterbacks that we like, Nick Estrada, is a very good left tackle, goes to the Texans. Don't like that at all. Miguel Tafoya goes to the Raiders. Buccaneers grab Henderson. Big run on offensive tackle here, 4 in a row. Patriots change that up, and they get Colt Chambers, a very good linebacker. That's a very nice pick. And Jason Jenkins is selected by the Seahawks, leading to the 23rd pick by your Indianapolis Colts. And here, let me explain, by the way, Jenkins looks great up top. Let me explain what I'm thinking. I've got Hugh Robertson and Eric Madden. I don't know if either of these guys are a first-round pick without me selecting them, right? Despite their grade. But you know who will be selected in the first round without me? Is Oklahoma tight end Cameron Hewitt. 247 pounds, 6'3". If you look at him here, playing against Texas, he is so dang good, man. He's making plays, he's big, he's fast. He's only 21 years old also, and this would give us 2 excellent tight end weapons. Who needs wide receivers when you've got a couple of kids like this? And we are going to make that selection as the first round pick of my franchise, 23rd overall, tight end, Oklahoma, Cam Hewitt. As I was saying, big, strong, fast, makes plays down the field, has unbelievable rack potential, right? With that speed. Only 6'3", so it's not like he's going to be going up and jumping over everybody. Looks the ball into his hands. A former high school wide receiver, and you can tell that with his track star speed. I mean, it's 89. It's not track star, but at 250 pounds, 89 speed, 91 acceleration, 88 agility. This kid is off the rails. He's also a hidden dev, A awareness, A catching, A run block for our first round pick there. And boy, I'm feeling good. This does not mean Tyler Warren will be taking a back seat, by the way. We'll have 2 tight ends out there. I mean, one guy can play the slot. They're both excellent players. So now we just got a little bit of a worry as we got to see which quarterback slips to us in the second round. Unless we move up, Brandon Dickens is the 24th pick. He's going to be really good. Tracy Bowie to the Vikings kind of bums me out. I really like Tracy Bowie. Bills get a center. Rams take a left tackle to protect their new franchise quarterback, Devin Banks. Bengals won't be taking a quarterback. They take a left tackle as well. Cowboys probably won't take a quarterback. Yeah, no, they go safety. Chargers go middle linebacker. Dyson to the Eagles. Big left guard will help them out. Ravens, with their final selection of the first round, take left guard Abdul Kilroy. Alrighty, now we're in the second round, and look at the teams in front of us. I don't think any of these 4 teams are going quarterback, so we should have our guy sitting there for us. Joey Petrowski goes first. Gosh darn it, that sucks. I wanted him. I'm happy I don't have to say his name moving forward. But yeah, that kind of bums me out. Jason Brown's a very good middle linebacker. Picard, I don't really know a whole lot about. Stoudemire goes, and now with the 5th pick in the second round, your Indianapolis Colts will be selecting out of Washington State quarterback Eric Madden, another kid who's 21 years old, right-handed scrambler, 6'2", 221, A short, A under pressure, A deep, B medium, right? Beautiful spiral in all his passes, gets rid of the ball, first sign of pressure. The kid has solid speed, great strength, elite acceleration. I mean, he's going to be, you see him here just slanging that thing. Now he's coming to Indianapolis, moving all the way from Washington State. And here he is, Eric Madden. He's got the hat, he's got a pink vest. Yeah, he's wearing a blue tie. That's interesting. Eric Madden, 74th. Listen, we knew he wasn't going to be a top-rated player, but 74th player in the... I mean, he's a top 75 player, right? That's nice. Makes tough throws look easy, unfazed by pressure, and maintains accuracy while throwing on the run. He is a hidden dev, 80 speed, 92 throw power, 90 acceleration. Kid I mean, we got two really good. See, awareness is going to be the thing that holds him back, but we got two really good offensive weapons in this draft so far. Now I got to make a decision. Do I want to move up? Let's take a look at the draft board and see what am I looking at. Espinoza is still there. I don't think I'm going to be taking a 5'8" wideout though. Julius Cook. I think that's our guy. Let's jump over to cornerbacks and okay, yeah, there's not many. So I do, oh man, do I really need a cornerback though? And he's only 5'10". No, so he's a good player, but I think I talked myself out of it. Unfortunate. We'll see how it goes. If he's still there, as DJ Burton slid, I didn't realize he slid to the second round. He was going to be like a top pick in the first round not too long ago. Espinoza to the Browns, who still have yet to select a quarterback. Spencer Ward to the Jets. The Cowboys get Harriet. What a run on wideouts. 4 in a row here. Texans break it up with a running back. Chiefs grab a safety. Big safety that I really like, by the way. The Sharp kid is going to be elite, and the Chiefs have upgraded their defensive backfield bigly. There goes Hugh Robertson, finally, 47th pick to the Cardinals. I guess he'll sit behind Kyler. I don't know how many years Kyler has left in Arizona. Buchanan selected by the Titans. It's the Jags next. They take Bradford. Then goes Sean Street. Raiders on the board next. Let's see if we can get cute with the Raiders here. And, I mean, we get cute enough as we trade Michael Pittman Jr. to the Raiders. We get their second-round pick and a third round in a couple years. We also had to give up a couple third rounds, but they were late third-round picks. I didn't really have anybody in mind for them. But with that, we're able to actually trade up and take Connor Brooks, quarterback. Now, we're able to trade up and grab that Julius Cook kid out of West Virginia, a slot cornerback. I mean, we have a million slot cornerbacks, but now we have 1,000,001 slot cornerbacks. Consistently shows high-level instincts, shows a knack for getting the ball carry on the ground. He's fast enough, 90 speed, 92 acceleration, 91 agility. I mean, he's not going to be a starter, but in a couple of years, he'll show himself to be a very good selection. And again, it costs us Michael Pittman Jr., which kind of blows, but also that frees up a lot of money, right? Ladarius Chambers goes at 52. Westbrook, 53. We've got another cornerback. Now the Colts are back on the clock. Let's see if is there anybody looking for this pick? There are, but not a whole lot interests me. Let's see if we can get something manual cooking. All right, boys, this is a huge trade. I didn't want to give up Grover Stewart. Mekhi Blackman, a third-round pick this year, and Grover Stewart is able to get me Marvin Harrison Jr. So Marvin Harrison coming back to the place his dad made a lot of memories. And I kind of forgot that I went into the trade block to see what I could get for a second, so for this second-round pick. And I just kind of scooped up our guy over there. So let me try one more time here. All right, I'm going to be banking on the Seahawks not being good next year. We get their second, their third, their fifth, and a sixth the year after that. So 4 picks for 1, but we've moved out of the second round now. Let's see how much. Let's see who the Seahawks were going up to get. They were getting Ian Wilson, a wide receiver. Do the Seahawks need more wideouts? I guess maybe. As Colin Wilcox goes there to the Vikings, replacing Jay Ward, who's now a Colt. This is devastating. I'm so upset right now, man. I traded Grover Stewart because Adkins is going to be like one of those Madden All-Star players, and Adkins gets selected right before me. So that's great. That's really great. Let's check the favorites here. Anybody looking worth a damn? Nope. Not really. Alrighty, so I guess we'll just blind fire into the crowd and see what happens here. Next selection will be Eric Fernandez, Florida safety. Now we're not desperate for safety help, but we can always use a big hitting defensive player. 6'1", 206. He is the 15th ranked player I mean, he's got some meth eyes. What the hell's going on up there? But he's the 15th ranked player in the draft, right? There are questions about his tackling and his zone coverage, but high awareness, high acceleration, high speed. This kid is a flyer. And again, I mean, we could potentially kick him to cornerback with his size, right? 6'1", 206. I'm not really impressed with any of these defensive tackles, but I think I'm going to go with Colin Kruger. He doesn't look, man, he just doesn't look very good at all, right? Solid, couple goods, a couple greats, C overall. I mean, I'm pissed that we missed out on Atkins, but Colin Kruger is the selection here, 25th pick. And he's balls. I mean, he set state record for bench press, right? He's strong, and he's 6'5", 310, 74 speed is nice on a big man, but he is the 310th ranked player in the draft. And we got him at 89. That is, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for myself. That is so balls. Holy cow, dude. We actually get to skip the entirety of the 4th round and half of the 5th. As our next pick comes at 16 in the 5th round here. And with that 16th pick in the 5th round, your Indianapolis Colts will be taking LSU wide receiver Eddie Pritchett. Eddie is 6'6", 199 pounds, all right? That is a big kid. Great speed, great acceleration, elite agility. The problem with him is he doesn't catch, which is kind of important for the wide receiver position, right? You kind of want your guys to be able to actually catch the football. So we'll work on him. He played college basketball. He's got, I mean, it's just catching. Can he catch the ball? 98 agility, 93 speed at 6'6" it's crazy. It's crazy athleticism from this big, tall, white kid. We'll see if he can make an impact on the offense, joining Madden and Hewitt, and yeah, that's going to be great. 6th round selection time. It's the 19th pick overall. There's still that 2nd round defensive tackle. That's interesting. And I think it's just time to start taking shots in the dark, like Adrian Rushing, Oregon defensive tackle. Now, he's only 285 pounds, which is very light. But with the defense we run, we'll try to find a place for him. I kind of think of an Adibare type player. Big enough, fast for a defensive tackle. Again, playing at a Big Ten school, he'll have plenty of ease. He's the 362nd player, right? Oh my goodness. Well, another swing and a miss on our defensive line. I'm starting to be slightly concerned as we skip down to the 6th round. 30th overall, we'll be selecting Washington's own Curtis Lynch, linebacker. 22 years old, 6'3", 236 pounds. He's a big hitting monster. I mean, I don't know if he's a monster, but he's fast, and I like fast guys. And with the 6th pick in the 7th round, your Indianapolis Colts will be selecting Louisville's own R.J. Johnson, fullback. Now, it is kind of crazy drafting a fullback, but also R.J. Johnson is not just any fullback, right? He's got pretty okay speed and strength, and he's a big kid. He's going to do a lot of hitting and a lot of blocking. We'll be depending on him to make plays for us as we skip down to the 23rd pick, our final selection in this NFL draft. We got 2 favorites left, Elliott Rhodes and Angelo Cumberland, both undrafted prospects. I think Elliott Rhodes is going to be the selection. LSU safety, but I mean, he's got the size to play linebacker. So we'll find a place for him on defense. Same thing with like Fernandez, right? Like there's a number of our players where we'll find a place for them to. Elliott Rhodes is, I mean, he's a little small to play linebacker. He's a little slow to play safety, but we'll find a place on. He does have hidden dev, 5'11", 224, 21-year-old safety, linebacker, hybrid guy. We'll see what happens, but that is actually the end of the NFL draft. That was our final pick. Let's take a look at how things actually turned out here. First round, 23rd pick, Cameron Hewitt turns out to be a 76 overall, 89 speed for the kid. Oh, bother. I just remember this is glitched, isn't it? Oh, it's not. Oh, goodness. The last time I played, this was glitched. I was, yeah, whatever. Okay, we're back. Just pretend that didn't happen. Eric Madden is our 5th overall selection in the 2nd round. He's a 73, 80 speed. We know enough about Eric Madden. Julius Cook being a 74 is nice. I like that a lot. Eric Fernandez, a 76 safety. Appreciate that. 64 overall for Colin Kruger. Pritchard actually turns out pretty nice. He's 72 overall in the 5th round. A nice wide receiver. Appreciate him coming in. Adrian Rushing is crap. Curtis Lynch, RJ Johnson's only a 64, and Elliott Rhodes is only a 64 as well. But that's just ours. Let's look at the entire, before we look at the entire draft, let's look at Adkins here. 3rd round pick, 75 overall. They also got a 75 overall. We drafted Kruger instead of Warren LeClaire, a 75. And Statton was a 73 overall defensive tackle. We drafted 2 defensive tackles. That sucks. Okay, anyways. Big left tackle for the Dolphins. 76 overall. 83 overall for D'Angelo Cummins. The Panthers have an absolute all-star in the backfield now. We go with Bryce Young. Good edge for the Broncos. Good receiver for, the Bears? I guess I kind of glossed over the fact that the Bears took a 4th wide receiver. That's interesting. Pemberton turns out to be a 75 overall for the Saints, who had just an outstanding draft. That's crazy. Good edge for the Lions. Drew Dawson is a 76, so he was higher rated than Pemberton. We'll have to see if he's the highest rated quarterback out of the bunch. Buckner, 79. He was supposed to go in like the 2nd round. That's crazy. Also, Browns keep upgrading that massive defense that they have, that crazy defense. Knowles, 74 is not great. Townsend and Mentor, good. Molden is a 77 overall. Devin Banks, 73. All right, this is making me feel pretty good about my Eric Madden choice. Jonathan Hawkins was pretty low rated. Louis Francisco is an 80 overall, and he slipped to 16. This is a Justin Jefferson style mistake by the NFL, allowing this kid to get all the way. Also, he's in our division. That's great. Then we have that big 4 left tackle run, and it looks like Tafoya is the best out of them. It's 77 and a 72. I mean, good job, Bucks, drafting that bum. Colt Chambers looks solid. Jason Jenkins looks good. Cameron Hewitt, a 76 overall. And then Brandon Dickens, an 80 overall offensive guard is nice. Tracy Bowie turned out to be solid at 76. Getting to the end of the 1st round here. Looks like Abdul Kilroy at a 72. So yeah, we got some stinkers in the 1st round here. Like, it's not fair with Devin Banks. He could still develop to be a very good quarterback, but yeah, these 3 O linemen are kind of bad. As for the first 4 quarterbacks taken, Knowles a 74, Pemberton 75, Banks 73, and then Drew Dawson a 76. 2nd round quarterbacks, Eric Madden and Hugh Robertson, both a 73 overall. I like Madden's scramble way more than Robertson's. Robertson will be a backup behind Kyler. Madden should be our starter, though. Petrosky is a 76. That stinks. I like Jason Brown a lot. Picard, I didn't know anything about. Stoudemire is a 77. Burton, big wide receiver, 77 overall, goes to the Steelers. Browns get Espinoza. He's a really speedy kid. Yeah, 99 speed out of USF. Good running back for the Niners there. Oh my goodness. Bengals take another stud offensive lineman. 63 overall in the 2nd round is nuts. Yeah, 3 best players in the 2nd round are not ours. Colin Wilcox looks really good at the end of the 2nd round too. Looks like we got the best player in the 3rd round, Eric Fernandez. Dewan Adkins. Whatever. We got Fernandez, so that's fine. We may not have gotten Fernandez if we selected Adkins, so I guess it all worked out in the end. Connor Brooks is a 69 overall. He was projected as a 1st round pick, and he went into the 3rd round. 88 speed for Brooks is really nice, but yeah, we'll see if he can make any waves in the NFL. Warren LeClaire, 4th round picks a 75. Jimmy Cullen, linebacker. Man, I don't like seeing all these guys that I missed. That makes me pretty unhappy knowing that I took basically the worst that I could. There's some quarterbacks that were pretty ass. All right, that makes me feel a little bit better. Saints get a stud at defensive tackle again. Cornerback Fitzgerald goes, and then Eddie Pritchett, 6th round pick. There was a couple 74s. How many defensive tackles were great, and how many did I select that were ass? I'm upset. I'm very upset. Look, there's another one that would have been better than our guys. 7th round pick, there was an offensive lineman who was a 74 overall. That's great. And more defensive tackles in the low 70s. I'm crashing out. Overall, the worst player was a running back in the 7th round and our defensive tackle. But our other defensive tackles are... Oh, Booth is... the Bengals had a terrible... Let's take a look at the Bengals draft. They get a good left tackle... And then nothing else. I mean, they selected a wide receiver. How many wideouts do you need? Yeah, Bengals draft was pretty crap. Our draft, I mean, top heavy. Yeah, basically just a top heavy draft, right? With some key adds. Jaguars didn't have a 1st round pick, but they got a couple 70s here, 75 and 72. Good players. They grabbed a quarterback in the 4th, which seems odd. Yeah, nothing really to note there. Texans took a good left tackle and then a good running back. They also got a good edge. Man, really nice draft at 74 overall cornerback in the 4th round. Yeah, Texans had an elite draft. Good on them. Titans got the best wide receiver in the draft. Not a speed guy, but I mean he's going to be pretty sweet. They also got a very good cornerback, and then it kind of falls off after that. So interesting. Hey. Big. I mean, look at the Vikings loading up on defense. Top 2 picks are DBs. That's pretty cool. Bears had an excellent draft. Bears didn't draft anybody in the 60s, by the way. So what a draft out of them. Falcons only drafted 2 players, and they hit on a center, and then they kind of missed on a running back. I mean, I think the best draft does go to the Saints. They get a excellent quarterback that will probably start. They will have a pretty good running back in a while. They've got a great defensive tackle. They've got a great center. They've got a backup DT. I mean, you can forgive the tight end and the Mike linebacker, but I think the Saints win the draft overall. As we let's take a look at retirements just to make sure nothing crazy happened. Nope. And then we will be off to the preseason. Hey, the video's over, guys. How about that? How cool is that? And that will be the video right there, boys. We'll be heading into the preseason next episode, getting those 3 preseason games, looking at the rookies, figuring out the position battles, and obviously we have to go through undrafted players and see those and change numbers and, you know, do all the fun stuff. But yeah, that is it for season 1 of Colts franchise. Have a great day, everybody, and God bless.